Man, oh man, does this just look amazing, if I do say so myself. Hello my YouTube friends, I am SkyJ the First and welcome back to another Minecraft build tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys how to build something in the medieval times, which is a good old-fashioned watchtower. Now, keep in mind that I'm following zero instructions while building this, so it's all going to be... I'm just going to wing everything. However, being that it's me building it, not to brag or anything, but I think I'm going to make it look pretty dang awesome by the end of the build. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so here's a good spot for us to start our foundation of the watchtower, and the reason why I say that is because it's off to the side of our main house that we built in the last video, and it's in the middle of all this open area. So let's get started on the frame. Well, we're going to start with putting this dark oak log in the very center and surround it in cobblestone. Now, this is only going to be the frame of the watchtower. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build everything around it and make it look a lot better than this. Believe me, I am not going to just stick with a plain looking tube, if that makes any sense. Let's say we want to make this watchtower 4 stories tall, including the roof. In which case, you would want to make this dark oak, or any log that goes straight up, you want to make it a total of 12 blocks high. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once your pillar of 12 logs is complete, you can start stacking up your cobblestone like so. Now that that's done, let's get us a doorway into it, which would be right here. Of course, it could be any of the 4 sides, but I'm just going to put it right here for now. And you might be wondering, what exactly are these slabs for? These are going to be the highly protective windows that you can use bows and arrows out of, or crossbows. That way, mobs can't easily attack you or go through, and you could just shoot them freely. I'm going to do it for all 3 sides in this case, because I got the door here. Now, what about climbing up? Well, we still got to put in the floors for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, so let's pick out a type of wood that we can use for that. Since this is a watchtower and most of the details are going to be focused on stone materials anyway, we can use dark oak for any kind of wood application for this watchtower. In which case, we're going to use it for the layering of the 2nd floor. And of course, we want a ladder to go up, so make sure we leave this corner spot open at all times. I'll show you what to do with the ladders here in just a moment. Do the same thing you did with the 1st floor, except with a wider gap. That way you have more room to aim up and down with your bow and arrow. Do this for all 4 ports. Do the same thing for the 3rd floor. And then you add in the flooring for the 4th, which would be the roof. So it seems we got all the other floors done. The roof here is operational if we can get the ladder, in which case we're going to do that right now. And just start stacking up. Alright, for this top part here, you want to leave one little gap here, because when it comes to ladders, you can actually stand on top of them slightly when you reach the top of them, so you can use this to your advantage when you climb up. However, you want to put a trap door here so that you don't end up falling through while you're on duty. I would say use dark oak once again, because it matches the rest of the color. And we gotta stay consistent with the wood we use for this. Stone is going to be a lot different in terms of materials, but wood, we can keep it pretty consistent with this. It's not like a house. My apologies, I almost forgot. You would want to fill in the floor here as well, just for the sake of aesthetics. You don't want to step into a watchtower and still be standing on dirt and grass, you know? When it comes to keeping a watchtower or anything that's supposed to be secure, well, secure, it's best to use an iron door for the entrance, like so. Put a button on the side or above it. That way only you can get in and mobs are permanently locked out. You got yourself a basic, secure watchtower, but we are far, far, far from done. We need to add in some major details to this thing, because like I said, all it really looks like right now is a tube. So, let's get right to it. Now let's get started with the details. Me, personally, I still like to use dark oak in most appliances, so I'm going to be using it for this one on the corners. Starting with stacking this up, and I'm going to do it for all 4 corners, and I'm going to be doing something really special with it as well. Andesite material is one of my favorite stone materials to use for any sort of stone application, simply because if you look at it, you can use it for so many different things. You can use it for large brick decorations, if that makes any sense. You can use it for a lot of things that you can think of in your head. At least I can. In any case, I'm going to be using this for all 4 of these corners to make it look really nice and really well fortified. Now let's put a andesite stair on each one, with the higher side of the stairs facing towards the tower. Next materials you can start incorporating would be the stone brick materials. Let's start with the stone stairs and put them on the sides right here. And then we're going to take the stone brick wall and place them right here. And boom, that's one side done. Let's get the other 3 sides, because there's something different that we're going to do with the entrance side. Now since the door side has the button here, we're going to put the stone bricks like this, and then layer it on the bottom with stone brick wall, like so. Kaboom! We are done with the bottom. So right here I got the granite wall, and because of its unique color, I would say, that's the main reason why I want to use it, so it would make the tower look a little better in my opinion. I mean, look at the color scheme. You got the gray, you've got the dark brown, and you've got the, I would say, apricot? Pink? Something like pink? Either way, it looks really good with all these other color schemes, so using this granite wall would be really useful in this application, and I'm going to use it like so. Stack it up along the andesite blocks, up to here, put one on the side there, and then you're going to do it with this side of the corner as well, stack down, and then you're going to put a granite wall right here going up like so. And then you're going to do this all the way until it reaches 1 block just below the tippy top. Right about here. You're going to do this for all 4 corners. And kaboom, we got all 4 corners done. So far, in my opinion, I'm thinking this watchtower looks pretty dang good. And the reason why I say the granite looks good on the sides here is because to me it kinda sorta looks like fake lava going down. Maybe something like that. Maybe it looks like fake tendons or something. Maybe just to give off intimidation to your enemies, if that makes any sense. But in any case, let's move on to the top of this. Now, here's the reason, the primary reason why I wanted this 1 block lower. Because the rest of the tippy top floor is going to be extended outward. And that's exactly what these little things are for. They kind of act as support parts too. So, let's gather this cobblestone right here and extend outward until we reach the edges, in which we're going to fill in with polished diorite. Now, the way I see it, I think this is going to be the only extension I would really need. So, let's get onto the polished diorite and we'll go from there. So as you can see, I placed the full diorite block on these corners here, these round corners, and then I used the rest of the flatter edges as stairs. Now if that's done, we can incorporate this diorite wall in the bottom here and do this little color scheme with it, and color and shape scheme I should say. And then we can move on more so with the top of this watchtower. Alrighty, we have gotten all this work done now. So let's say hypothetically you want to put a roof over the top of this watchtower. Well, let's get to that right now, starting with extending the stripped dark oak upward 4 blocks total. And then let's place the dark oak stairs here, and here, 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 and here. Get rid of that. Here and here. Next, you want to connect all this with regular dark oak planks, and I'm going to show you why here in just a moment. Okay, now that that is all covered up, we can use these dark oak slabs and put them on the sides right here. And just for the heck of it, if you want to extend it any further, you can do this and just make it as round as possible as long as it matches the shape of the rest of the top of this watchtower here. And boom, we got the outer edges done. Now let's move on to the center. First, you want to conceal this completely, and then you can go from there. We're going to make it to where this watchtower here can hold a flag. So let's do the stairs like this here, so that the roof is more pointed, and then we can have this sticking right out. And then we can top that off with dark oak fence. The reason why is because when a dark oak fence is placed by itself, it looks like that. Neat. Am I right or am I right? Let's extend this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks high. Now that our flagpole is ready, we can start stacking up the wool that we are going to be using for the flag. 3 blocks high, I would recommend. I'm going to pick my own custom colors. I'm going to start with dark blue on the bottom, cyan on top, and then light blue up here. As you can see, you see the kind of color coordination I'm doing right here. Not important, but I'm going to do this flag right now, and then I'm going to move on to the home stretch of this watchtower. Kaboom! We got our flag. We got the rest of our watchtower. Now we need to finish things up. One of the final things we need to do with our watchtower is add the lighting, of course. As you know from my last video, my favorite source of light to use is the lantern, because it can hang down from the ceilings and it's just even prettier than the torch. So let's get started by putting one by the entrance here, and then we start putting them on the inside. I would recommend putting each lantern on one corner and then go up, put another one here, so on and so forth. And once you make it to the roof of this watchtower, you can place a lantern in the center, or if you want to distribute the light to the outer edges, you can put one here along with all the other sides. And boom, you've got lighting, you've got a watchtower. Now there's one last thing you need to do. You need to get weapons. Now this part here is optional. I know I personally prefer to just carry the weapons and ammunition on me wherever I go in a survival world, but if you want to, you can keep a whole storage of arrows and stuff right up here, along with any bows and crossbows that you come across. Other than that, I'd say we are completely done with this watchtower. Let's get a good view of this, shall we? Oh yeah. This may be smaller than most watchtowers that you may see from other YouTubers or that you may see from the Illager forts, but man, oh man, does this just look amazing, if I do say so myself. Everything in here is good to go, well fortified. You won't really be able to get very many arrows through that window. And then these ones, they'll be able to see you before you can see them. They can just hide behind cover. It looks really good, and I love the way I made this. I hope you guys like this too. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this recording. If you like what you saw, please give this video a like, subscribe, share with your friends, and click the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. I will be uploading videos once every 3 days so that I will have as much content to give to you guys as I possibly can. If you want to see more of this, if you want to see anything else, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, I hope you all have a fantabulous future. Goodbye, and I'll see you later.